this is part 2. So first few weeks I spent it at my mum, dad and nan's house. It was a very rough time, but their house is very disability friendly, so they've got a stair lift, they've got a wet room and like a proper shower stall, and the bed I slept in was one that goes up and down, so it was very much kind of similar to a hospital bed. And yeah, it was very hard those first few weeks. I really struggled both mentally and physically, mainly mentally, because I couldn't do anything. Like even sitting and colouring I couldn't do because it hurt. Like the movement of colouring really hurt, which is hard because I need stuff to keep my brain occupied. Eventually, on the second or third week of being there, I came home here. Steve brought us a new bed frame because our original bed frame was very low and it wouldn't have been good for me. And then we got a new mattress. We've got an orthopaedic mattress now, which is great for me. And honestly, since changing to that, I've slept so well. Yeah, so being back home is very hard to kind of adjust from being at my mum and dad and nan's house with all the disability friendly stuff to kind of coming home and having to like walk up and down the stairs and things like that. But that was good to kind of like get back into the habit of walking up and down the stairs rather than relying on the stair lift. And as well, it's just nice to kind of be back home with my fiance, to be quite honest, because by the end of it I was just desperate to come home, to be quite honest. Being back home, it made me fully realise how much I've grown since the surgery. So I have grown like 3.5 inches since the op. I was just over 5'3" and now I am like 5'6" and a bit, nearly 5'7", which is mad because basically there's a picture near the utility room that was taller than me and now I'm like well above it, and I literally was like, oh my god, I'm so tall. I realised how tall I was in hospital, but like being back home kind of put that into perspective for me, which is very, very bizarre. I have special cushions now. I have my orthopaedic cushion and then I have one that goes behind my back. I'm not going to say the name because it's very rude, but the good thing is our garden's quite long, so, and it's all on one level by a step, so that was like my daily thing, was I'd walk up and down the garden, more so recently, but I've got really into doing crafty stuff, so like making like bracelets and letter frames as well, and I've made loads of them for like presents for friends and family. So like I had my check-in with my surgeon whenever that was, it was a few weeks ago now, and that was quite daunting, but he answered like a lot of my questions, so I can go back swimming in like once I hit that 3-month mark, so that's not even that far away. It's like another 2 weeks, which is buzzing because I really miss swimming. I miss exercising, but like he said I can go back to the gym and just do cardio, but I think if I go back to the gym I'm going to get tempted to just lift. I can do like leg weights, but I'm not allowed to do any upper body, which is shit because I was pretty hench before I had the surgery and I've kind of lost all my muscle mass, which is very sad because I've worked so hard. Like if I flex now I've got nothing, but back then, like before the op, I had muscles and I was so proud of it. I literally would just go around and be like eh. But that's something I can work on once I get cleared to go back to the gym, which could be at my 9-month checkup depending on how I'm healing, or could be up until next April until I can start lifting again. After that, he basically told me I need to stop relying on my stick. The only times I'm going to use my stick is like if I'm going to be like hyper aware of other people, so like at events or concerts. So when I see MCR in a couple of weeks, I'm going to be taking my stick. We're driving up there because Hayley was very smart and was like, we're not dealing with the tubes. She doesn't deal with tubes well anyway, neither do I, even before the op, but fuck that after the op. I also went to a concert on the 20th of June, so on last Saturday, and that was the Ukulele Orchestra Great Britain, but that was at Union Chapel. We're very lucky because we live, basically we're on a direct line to Union Chapel from here, which is great because again meant I didn't have to deal with a tube, which was good for me. Also emailed them and got priority entry so we didn't have to queue, and we were sat very close to the front. I was a bit try-hardy because I was wearing their 40th anniversary merch and I was the only person wearing merch, but we moved, and that was good because that was kind of another step out of my comfort zone. I was quite proud of myself for that because I was very nervous, but I did it. So last night was my first ever Dungeons and Dragons session after the op, which again I was very nervous about, but my D&D group are amazing. They've been really patient with me and basically waiting until I was ready, and I was like, do you know what, I think I am ready. because I was just desperate to play again, to be honest. And honestly, it was great. I did really well. I managed to do up until about, we start at 7 and then we finish at about 10:30ish, and I managed to go until about 9:45 before I had to come and get some painkillers, so that's pretty fucking good going. Like, I'm quite proud of myself. I think generally my recovery is going really smoothly. My scar's healing really well. Steve's putting like massage and bio oil into it every night, which is what my surgeon recommended. And yeah, like I'm feeling a lot more positive than I was at the start, and like going back and watching those videos from the early stages does make me kind of sad, like looking at how vulnerable and sad I was. But now, I think now I'm a bit more mobile. Now, I mean, I'm having therapy now as well, and that's doing me the world of good. I'm doing so many more crafty projects, which is giving me a bit of a purpose instead of just kind of bumbling around every day and kind of sitting and playing my games and monging out. And that makes me feel shit, to be quite honest. I've done so many colouring books. The crafty aspect of everything has like really helped me. I've got my planter in the garden, which again has done me a world of good because I love being outside and I love the garden, I love flowers. And I just think comparatively, like, I'm doing so much better mentally and also physically. Everything's coming up Millhouse. And yeah, so that's kind of my scoliosis journey / story. And yeah, thanks for watching and thanks for listening if you've made it this far.